Hello, everyone, Show Me team, and all the teams watching. This is our Pink Power Live call. We have new ambassador, Crystal Shafer, and I am Nikki Westerfield.
And I am Kara Flippin. We are just so excited to have you on the call tonight, and I'm so excited about Crystal being on our call. I'm going to share a little bit of something before we start, but it's crazy because one of the ways that I personally work my business is I pray about it a lot, and I pray for specific people to be sent to me and join my team and stuff like that. That with Crystal, right after she signed up, we went to lunch with her shortly afterwards and got in the car, and I was like, Mom, she's who I prayed for. She is exactly what everything I envisioned in a partner. And it was just really exciting. So I'm so excited to have her on our call. I'm so excited for her to be on our team with us. And I just can't wait for her to share a little bit of insight of how she works her business and what she's doing. So Crystal, if you don't care to go ahead and just kind of share your story, that would be awesome.
Well, I'm so tickled to hear that I was an answer to prayer, first of all. That's awesome. Actually, I am Crystal Shafer. I met Kara actually through one of her posts on Facebook. That's how I found Plexus. A little bit about me first, though. I am a mom, I'm a wife, and I have a full-time job, so Plexus is not my only thing that I'm doing currently, and I love what I get to do. I'm in ministry at our church, and I stay very busy there. But I have a senior in high school, and he keeps me busy, and my husband is my biggest supporter. He just walked in and is listening to me right now because he knows I'm nervous. But I told Kara before, I feel humbled and just excited at the same time that you guys would have me to speak tonight, because I don't feel qualified yet at all to share, but
Oh,
share my heart with you and just share what I've done, and just hopefully some of you can take something from it to use for your business and even your personal life. I am so excited to be connected though with Lori and with Kara, because I felt after that first meeting with them, whenever we had lunch, that it was just an instant connection, and I was just so excited that God had put our lives together through Sell at SEMO of all things. So I'm so thankful for Sell at SEMO because of that, because he positioned me perfectly on the perfect team that I knew that he knew that I needed. So that's my story.
um, So, what is it that really made you just go ahead and join Plexus and decide that you kind of got you excited, I guess, about the opportunity, like as soon as you heard about it and looked into it?
Yeah. Well, I actually started trying to lose weight back in April, all on my own, and I'd done every program there was out there. I knew how to do it. It was just a matter of doing it and becoming excited about it and making it myself. And I did well. I did from April until August. I'd lost about 20 pounds, and I got stuck. I was completely stuck at 20 pounds. I couldn't budge another tenth of a pound. I would watch it every single day, and it just wouldn't do anything. And during that whole time, whenever I was losing that weight, I had stalked Kara and all her posts on Facebook, and I watched her, and I watched all the testimonies that she would share, and it excited me. And I thought, well, if I ever get to that point where I need some help, maybe I'll reach out to her. And so one day I just did, and I was so excited because the first month that I had the Plexus products available to me, my personal Plexus progress is what I call my success story, was 20 inches and like 5 pounds in the first month. So
nice.
it might not work that way for everyone, but I truly, from the very get-go, was so excited because I tried so hard and couldn't do it on my own anymore. So the personal Plexus progress is, again, what I call my success stories. That's what excited me and motivated me from the very beginning. Let's see what else. I was also excited about Plexus because I'd done direct sales before with another company. But with this company, it's so different because it's a consumable product where I don't feel like I'm pushing things at people that they don't need. I'm
Mhm.
offering things to people that's going to make them healthy, help them change their life, and not really feeling like they're buying something just for the sake of supporting me and just buying something from me because I'm begging them to. So, but that was what excited me from the very beginning with Plexus is it's just a consumable product. It worked for me, and I'm not having to chase people down to try it because it's evidence when they see me that I'm doing something awesome, so they want to know more about it.
20 inches, that's a lot of inches in your first month. That's really great. And
Yeah, that is crazy. That's awesome.
I know that a lot of people that haven't necessarily tried Plexus before, that's one of their things was just eat right and just exercise and it'll all come off and you'll be happy. And sometimes it doesn't work that way. There's a lot of things that affect it that sometimes you need a little nudge. And I'm excited that Plexus has helped you with that and offers that for people.
I am too. The shopping trips are fun already.
Um,
So true.
so what are some things that you do every day with your business?
Well, first of all, I do pray for my business. That's important. My husband prays for my business. He actually, it was interesting whenever you came to Cape few weeks ago, I guess, and we met at Dexter Barbecue. You had shared that you were in a Bible study and you had been doing a study on the prayer of Jabez. And that is a prayer that my husband prays over our family and over this business. And it's such a powerful prayer if you just
Amen to that.
my goodness, expanding the territory, enlarging your territory, and just blessing everything that we set our hand to do. And it's just, that's one thing that is definitely important to us. We want to make sure and honor God, with everything that He blesses us with. I feel like His hand is definitely upon anything that I set out to do. And I think that's definitely because we do honor Him in everything that we do. I do check Facebook every day, checking those messages. We pray and we do Facebook. I check messages. I make sure to follow up. I do try to reach out to at least one person a day. I know that's not a lot, but with working too, I do try to at least reach out to somebody and just sow a seed, of thought like, hey, we've got this product. Don't know if you've tried it yet, but look at what it did for so-and-so, and I'll share a testimony that's maybe on our testimony page or something. And
That's awesome.
that does help a lot. I do always carry samples with me. I did give away a lot of samples in the beginning. I believe that you do kind of have to spend money to make money sometimes. And you do have to offer things to people and not just expect them to spend $85 right up front on something that they've never heard of before. I know one of the ladies that signed up on my team, she was considering another company and also considering Plexus at the same time. And fortunately, I had offered her some samples to try, and the other lady didn't, so she came with us. Like I said, I did offer, I counted up actually, and I kept track just to see if it was worth it or not, worth my investment. And I donated. I had offered 23 different samples to people in the first 2 months. And that was between like a 3-day and a 7-day pack of slim, or like those 3-day trial packs that you can get. So it was something like that. And the benefit from that, out of those 2 months, I ended up with 6 new customers. And one of them is a preferred customer that's ordering 2 sets of the triplex each month. So that's a great customer.
Yeah.
And out of those 23, also 4 of those became ambassadors. So that's like 10 people out of 23. So I think that was
That's really good.
turnaround. And I was happy that I kept up with that to see, if it was truly worth it. And I do believe that the samples are definitely an investment. But again, I think you have to invest in your business if you're wanting to build your business. I did do something cool too, and I've got a visual to show you guys.
Awesome.
Hey.
Customers that actually did purchase from me like a trial, or I just said it was like a first bag benefit or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I put together this cool bag. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Cute.
Go to the Dollar Tree and just get fun bags. These are really nice because they're like satin. And if they purchase their first bag from me, I did give it to them at a discount, which what I did is I just purchased the retailer's pack or whatever and still was able to make a profit on it. But I still gave it to them at below retail price
Mm-hmm.
to get them to try it the first time. So I gave it to them for like $75 for their first bag, and I still made money on it that way. But inside the bag, I put their bag is slim with my business card, of course, on it. So they purchased that. That didn't cost me anything. The bag from the Dollar Tree cost $1. And then inside, if you go to the Dollar Tree, they also have just little shaker cups. So I purchased a bunch of these shaker cups.
I did that same exact thing. That is so funny. Same
I-
cups and everything.
And it's like, oh, we get something free. And they give
Yeah.
me like $3. No, $2.50 is what it cost me. And then I can't find it in here right now, but I ordered from Amazon like tape measures. So they'd be sure to measure, because I don't know how excited I'd have been just losing the 5 pounds in the first month. But those 20 inches, that spoke to me.
Yes.
So I made sure to include a tape measure with everyone's first bag. And then, of course, the sample brochures. So like I said, it was $2.50, but they really felt like they were getting something because it was all packaged up real pretty. So
That is so cool.
That's a
cool that you
great
did that. So, but yeah, that was what I did in the beginning or every day. And I do believe that, if God's gonna bless somebody, He might as well bless me. So I'm daring to dream big and just trying to keep up with everything that's coming at me with this new opportunity. I constantly am messaging Kara, asking her, where is this money coming from? Why am I making this money? I don't understand where it's coming from, but it's a great thing.
I know. I love that message the last time I got that from you. Where is all this coming from? What does this mean? I definitely
mine.
do what?
I try to show my husband, I'm like, I don't understand this, but I just keep getting money. Is this really mine?
You can spend it. You don't have to bury it or anything, like I know some people have done or tried to do. I do kind of agree with you. Like you said, you kind of have to spend money to make money, because I do feel like there are so many things out there, especially marketed towards weight loss I know Plexus is more health and wellness, but a lot of people like it because, they want to lose weight yesterday. So having that sample and letting them know that, it's the real deal and not some scam or gimmick,
Right.
I feel like is helpful. And you can't expect everybody to, necessarily believe that after everything else is out there, without letting them just kind of at least try it first.
Right. I agree.
So true.
Mhm.
And I love that idea with the bag because, like you said, it's only $2.50, but it's like it's worth so much more because they get that cute experience and it's just exciting for them. I love your ideas about the bag and like all that stuff. I love it. That's awesome.
Thank you.
I think if more people did that they would get really good feedback from it, honestly.
Well, and also we did a women's event, and I had a display of the bags too. So if people do vendors events, that's an idea that they could use to send them.
I love that.
So, yeah.
That's awesome.
It is more fun to get stuff for free. I mean,
It is,
really.
especially
It
in a
is.
bag.
Yeah, it is. And I know they say, and I think that like the samples, like just the sticks too, I think a lot of more people give out. And I know they say like not to give away the 3-day trials because they're not worth as much or whatever, but I've definitely given out some for free and I've gotten customers with them, but I do try to sometimes make them pay for the actual like the trial packs because then they have more value to them. And sometimes I think if they get free stuff, they go home and throw it on their desk or at work and throw it on their desk, and then they don't care much about it because they got it for free and it doesn't hold as much value. But I love giving away pink drink samples. I give those away all the time. I do.
I think I love the samples that I've seen everybody where they put like the stick of Slim and like a cute little Christmas bag and or two sticks or whatever they do and attach their business card and like just give it to maybe even just retailers or something, thanking them for their hard work or something like that. Like that's a fun idea around the holidays. So kind of instruct.
Yes, it is. And Lori posted, I think a week or so back. Did you see it, Kara? Those same Christmas things that we used last year? Those
Mhm.
are awesome. I'm going to share those in our group page after we get off the call because those were so successful last year and so many people had so much success. It's just like a little Christmas message, I think. Kara, you probably know more about it than I do, but they're so cute. And then you just put a little stick of the pink drink and your business card in. Is that it?
I think so. I mean, yeah, they have the message and instructions on how to use it and where to get it. So.
Yeah, and it's just worded like really, really cute and Christmas friendly. And people get excited to get like a free little bag or something like that. So that's cool.
I know.
So,
I remember going into JCPenney a couple years ago because they were offering free chocolate at the door. So
oh my gosh, I love
during Christmas time. So
it. Okay, do you want me to ask the next question or do you?
good.
Okay, we're on number 3, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so do you feel like setting goals is important? Um, what goals do you have so far? And also, well, I guess I'll just ask number 6 separate.
Separate. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's all right. I do feel like goals are important. I'm kind of bad to usually set goals, honestly, because I don't like to fail at things. So I figure if I don't set them, then I won't fail. But I did set myself out there. I put myself out there with Plexus, and it was a hard thing to do for me. But I thought, you know what? If I'm gonna be successful with it, and I had a silent goal the whole time from the very beginning that I told my husband. I thought, you know, if I put it out there, I'm going to work harder for it because more people are going to see me fail. And I don't want to fail. I don't want to be a failure. I want to be a success. And truthfully, like my goal right now would honestly be gold. I'm
Hmm.
at silver right now. And today, as I looked at the dashboard and all of the things that my team was already doing this month, I realized that I'm halfway to gold with the points
Yay.
tab. So that was very exciting to me. I was like, oh, it's reachable. Um,
That's awesome.
so that's definitely my first goal. But the goal that I really have set my sights on, I want that car. I want that car. And then Larry can have the car I'm driving now, which I actually love. But I do want that car. I think that would be an awesome reward for our family, and I think it's definitely obtainable, and that's what my sights are definitely on. And we have been to Hawaii before. Actually, I earned us a trip to Hawaii with the other company that I had sold for before, so I know how amazing these trips are whenever a company like Plexus sends you on a trip like this. And so I would love to take my family back to Hawaii and reap that benefit as well and share that with them again. So, but yes, that car is my ultimate goal at this point, and then, just the sky's the limit.
Yes. Those are awesome goals. You actually answered the other question. I kind of figured you would, so I thought I would calm down and not ask you so many questions at once because I was going to ask you a couple others. But that's awesome. And yes, sky's the limit. So those are good goals, especially from the beginning. And if you believe that you can do it, you can do it. I truly believe that.
Awesome. I just watch all of you and see what you do.
I know it's been, I just, to brag on Crystal a little bit, she has gotten the $250 bonus that Plexus is offering so far this month. So that's really
Awesome.
exciting. And her PV is always like, she's been with us, I think, since September. And I know she is always, in the top earners of the company with her PV every month. So that's really exciting for you
That's
and awesome that
awesome.
you're doing from the very, very beginning. Um, I know that you had a launch party whenever you first started, didn't you? Like, how do you feel like that just really helped your business and helped you get going?
I did have a launch party right when I started. It was fortunate because we had our annual party with our family that we have each year at the farm,
Hmm.
and they were all together, so they couldn't get away from me. It's fun. I just bought those little clear Dixie cups, and I made samples of the pink drink and got cute pink and white striped straws and did one of those sip and sees that I had seen someone doing on
Hmm.
Facebook. And I just created little cups of sip and see pink drinks and took them out on pretty trays and said, "Okay, guys, don't go anywhere." I was like, "You have to try this amazing product." I was like, "It's time for the party to start." And so I passed the little drinks around, and I made sure that they all held their drinks up and got pictures of them. And some of them, it's family. So some of them are like, "Oh, that's just so sweet," and But out of the 7 people that I was really trying to promote it to that day, which were my cousins and my aunts, and my mom was there, 2 of those are ambassadors on my team now. So
That's awesome.
out of 7, 2 that became ambassadors, that was definitely worth passing the pink drink around. And I did actually share the Plexus, the P96 with them as well, so they got to taste both of those. But they have fun
Awesome.
with it, and they'll do anything if I make them. So, but your family's sometimes the hardest, though, too, to convince, I think, that it's a great product. Um, a couple of them, like I said, did jump on board. A couple are just watching my progress, and maybe
Hmm.
eventually they'll join as well. But yes, the launch party is definitely a great thing. I think anytime you can put a sample in somebody's hand to let them know what you're doing, and I think that's a definite win.
Yes.
Fit that
I
in.
just I just love that it's just such an easy way to share with the people that you care about what you're doing. Like it's a for one, it's a fun excuse to get everybody together, which you had a perk, you guys were already together.
Right.
And like just let them know, hey, this is what it's about because you're gonna if you're related to me, they're gonna see my post on Facebook blowing up, so at least they can, not call me and think I'm spamming them like some people do, or my Facebook has gotten hacked or something like that.
Well,
Although
I don't know if I would have like scheduled an actual launch party here at the house. I don't know how many of them, of my family anyhow, would have actually came. They'd have been like, "Oh, Crystal's doing something, let's not go because she'll want us all to sign up." Or, but since I had them cornered, I just took advantage of the opportunity.
that's a good idea too. I know that we've had like a couple events in Cape though, and you've always had several guests with you every time you come to an event. And I know the last one, she's like in the corner signing people up at the event. It's what you do.
That's awesome. And you know what? Back to what you were saying, Crystal, about some people not liking the pink drink. I have to say, with all the hundreds of customers that I've had, I literally have only had 2 people say they didn't like it, that they've actually told me they didn't like it.
Hmm.
And so anytime I hear that, I just think people are crazy because it tastes so good, and I think it tastes so good. And you can add a little bit of water if you want. You can take away a little bit of water if you want, but I think it tastes so good, and I feel like 99% of people do. So maybe it was just because they were your family.
I
Family
agree.
can be tough,
I think
even mine.
for excuses,
Yes.
it's like,
Mhm.
okay, it'll probably work, but I just don't like how it tastes. So.
I know Nikki firsthand has her. Is it your stepdad that you've
Yeah.
experienced firsthand with that? It's like
Yes,
I
my
know this is
stepdad
what for
actually.
me, but
Yeah, my stepdad actually has diabetes, and he's a real big guy. He's like 430 pounds, and he's short, and he's always been a big guy for a long time, and um he is just the most hard-headed person in the world. I even bought him Plexus. I like bought him the whole everything for Christmas, and he would not take it. He said, "I don't want it, like just take it." And I'm like, "You need this. You need it." And he started taking it, and his first 5 weeks he didn't lose anything, and then that second month he lost 20 pounds. And
Wow.
after 6 weeks, he just really felt it kick in, and he didn't feel anything for the first at the beginning, but then that 6th week he felt it kick in, and then it was just downfall from there. So I'm like, I couldn't be happier that he finally, after 2 years of me bugging him, finally started trying it. But yeah, family can be really hard, and I know sometimes it's hard for us not to let our family get us down, but we just have to keep going.
I just
That's
figure
exciting.
keep watching progress, and they'll eventually want to come around and see what it's all about. They'll want on board. So I
Yes.
had a similar experience with someone I had given a bag to, and I wanted to invest in her. I was like, this would help you so much. I just want to invest in you. So I gave her one of the bags that came in my welcome kit. And she was one of the two that I had said, I just don't like how it tastes. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
That's
There's
okay.
some lemon in
Give it back to me because somebody else is here that wants it. And I gave it to another lady right in front of her.
it.
But she has still been watching me and with my progress. And she's like, is that because of plexus? Your thighs are skinny, you know? I'm like, okay, no one has ever told me that before. But yes, it is because of plexus. And we'll be happy to get you another bag if you would just do it.
Yeah.
So, but
That's
then
awesome.
people will invest in what they value. And the free samples are great, but sometimes you're right. Whenever they do make a monetary investment, they're going to take it more seriously too. So yeah,
Oh,
there's
yes.
a happy medium there.
Yes. And speaking of no, what do you personally do as a silver ambassador when someone does tell you no? I know you have the huge PV for someone who just joined, like Kara said, but how do you stay positive when someone says no, and how do you deal with that?
Um, I do have to realize that it's not for everyone, and not everyone is going to commit to it like I have. When I finally do say I'm going to do something, then I usually do it full force and I'm committed all the way. Not everyone's like that, and we're all different. I try to make it easy for them. I try to make it like not get them to say no. I try to, I mean, only a couple have said no. I've only been in it a couple months.
Mhm.
So I haven't probably had as much rejection as I might face eventually.
That's
Uh,
good though.
Mhm.
but I try to keep it simple and I give them an example that they can relate to. In this area, we have a Sam's Club. I don't know if you all have Sam's Club where you are at.
Hmm.
But I tell them, I'm like, it's kind of like a Sam's Club membership. If you want to just join for a year membership, it's $34.95, and that gives you the privilege to try it and purchase the whole year at wholesale. I'm like, it's not a lot of investment, and you can purchase a welcome kit at below wholesale. I'm like, what do you have to lose? I was like, it's an amazing opportunity. It doesn't cost hardly anything to give it a whirl. And they kind of connect with that real easily, I think, because they're like, oh, it's like a Sam's Club membership.
Yeah.
What's this card? Um, but again, I just really think that they're going to invest in it if they value themselves. And if they don't value themselves, then they're going to find an excuse. And I just try not to take it personal. I'll just continue to let them watch from afar my progress whenever I walk across the lobby at church, because that's where I see most people. It's hardly any Sunday or Wednesday or whatever day of the week I'm there that I can walk through the church and somebody not ask me, what are you doing? And that's how I don't get the no's, because there's so many people that are excited about wanting to know what I'm doing that they're telling other people. And that's how it's kind of kicking off and growing for me. So I do love that I'm actually in, I guess you could call it corporate world. I don't know. I don't really count it corporate world when I work at the church. But I do get to see so many people that way that I normally wouldn't get to see. And I think being a walking plexus product is a great thing. So
So you actually do most of your business as of right now in person, don't you? Over versus Facebook. Do you send messages? Yeah, I know you talked about you try to connect with one person every day. Do you do that through Facebook, or do you do that through texting or online or over the phone? Like,
usually through Facebook. A lady that was inquiring about our probiotics, I researched those for her on our testimony page. She's like, well, why is yours better? And I'm like, I don't know, but I'll find out. Um, so I went to the testimony page and I sent her like 3 different testimonies of why our probiotics are so good. And she's like, oh my, she's like, that's just amazing, because the probiotics she had been taking, they weren't doing well for her. They were making her feel sick. And I said, well, just let me bring you a sample to try, because I had some here. And I said, just make sure that it doesn't make you sick. And I said, if you want some, then we'll order from there. But yeah, most of my connections are either through Facebook, or somebody has made a comment on one of my posts, which I don't get very many either. And I know, Nikki, you said you don't get a lot of likes or a lot of comments.
Never.
Usually, I think they stalk you too from afar. They're watching.
Yes, they are. Always, always, always.
So that excited me whenever I heard you say that last week because I don't get very many likes either. And I know it's just because people think, oh my gosh, if I like it, she's going to call me. And
Yeah.
I don't do that at all, but
Mm.
they're still afraid. So, but I do just try to share with somebody every day. I do try to share with someone every day. I want to get my team excited to each of them have one person at least under them so they can look at their commission pages and wonder where did that money come from? Why did it, just like I am.
Yes.
So I do try to, contact one of my team members at least every day as well.
That's so awesome. That's awesome that you haven't gotten that many no's because I know a lot of people struggle with getting no's all the time. And some people think it's bad to get no's, but I remember, Kara, I don't know if you remember Operation Emerald, when our assignment was to go and get no's, like,
You can't go.
and it sounds crazy, but people are going to say no over and over again, and no's are never no's forever. And it's a planted seed. And I just think that it just helps spread the word, and people will be back, most of them, a lot of them. So planting the seeds is just so important. Getting those no's are important, and moving on to the next person, and then that seed is planted, and you just keep doing that, and then you just won't realize how many people will come back. I know I didn't understand it until I was in the business for like a while, maybe at least a year. But then again, I didn't really start working the business till like 6 months. So I would say at least 6 months, I finally started getting some of those people coming back to me that told me no and that I never thought in a million years were going to order. So it's cool to get no's sometimes because eventually they'll be back.
Right. And I did actually get a couple of no's in the very beginning because they said they couldn't afford it and it just wasn't in their budget. But then after the 7-day sample, the next month, they came and said, okay, I want to try a bag.
Love it.
So it's just no, not yet, I think, for a lot of people.
Yes. I
I mean,
completely agree.
$85 or $100, whatever they're purchasing, I guess sounds scary up front, but whenever I know we've heard this millions of times, lots of people, but when we really do break it down, most of us are spending $2 to $3 every single day. We just got to figure out where we can fit it into.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep, very true.
Uh,
Go ahead.
are you gonna do 6 or Skippy? Sorry.
Well, I think she answered all of number 6 that we were
Yeah, I
gonna
think she did
answer.
too.
Yeah, she did.
You were on top of it, Crystal.
Uh-oh, I had.
Um, so what are some tips that you have for other people that are just starting out, and how do you feel like they should approach their businesses?
Number one, be real. Just be real with people. If I'm going to be pushy about it, they are going to avoid me, and that's the last thing I want people to do because I'm usually a pretty likable person, and I don't want to become that person where people are like, oh no, there she is, go the other way, because I do have something awesome to offer them. So I think we just need to be real with people, share that personal plexus progress, our own personal plexus progresses with people so they know that they're real testimonies and not just something that's fabricated from our company because they need to do that, which they don't know plexus like we do and they don't trust it like we do. So that personal plexus story that you can share with them is always good. And I've even started adding, generically, of course, I haven't said names because I don't think I should always tell everybody who's using the plexus product unless they want to share it. But I've put a few different things out there that says one of my new customers had blood sugars in the 200s, and now because she's a plexus customer of mine, it's leveled off now. She just told me today at 97. That's amazing to me.
Wow,
I
that's
agree.
awesome.
I think those, again, are things that I have personally seen, so people are going to trust, oh, Crystal's actually seen this, so they're going to trust that. Another lady that had bought from me, I shared on Facebook that she had migraines every single day. She dealt with migraines, and she had bathroom issues, quite truthfully, to put it bluntly. But she does not have migraines anymore whenever she does the plexus. She only had one headache the first 7 days that she did the plexus. And then when she ran out of those samples I gave her, she was a whole week without, and she said she felt horrible. So she ordered a bag the following week. So it's just multiple stories like that. I think whenever we can share those personal stories with people, that definitely speaks to those that are watching from afar and stalking Facebooks and watching our every move, because I'm so thankful for Facebook too. I mean, whenever I did direct sales before, we did not have that, and I can only imagine what my business could have been like those years ago if Facebook had been around. So that's an awesome tool that we've been given. And like I said, I would just really encourage people to keep it real, keep those progress stories out there, show the pictures, the befores and afters. Another lady on my team, she had shared a personal story of her own when she was traveling, and she was in an airplane, and she said she couldn't buckle the seat belt a couple times ago flew because she was a larger lady, and this time she was able to, and she was so excited, and she couldn't.
Aww.
And it's exciting whenever those, little victories happen. And people were so supportive of that. And they're reaching out to her saying, I want to talk to you, contact me. And it's things like that that I really think speaks to those that are inquiring and kind of on the fence about maybe giving it a try.
That also, I feel like, would give myself like just more motivation, encouragement too. Whenever your own customers come and tell you like, this just did this for me, you're like, I can't wait to share with more people so I can get more awesome stories like that. Or that's how I feel anyway. So
Yes, I agree, and it makes our job so awesome when we hear stuff like that, and we hear it all the time, and it just makes you proud of being a part of Plexus.
I'm just so excited to learn more. I see all of your pictures from your conventions and your trips. I don't even know which yet. I'm still so new. But the trips that Lori has been on, that she's posted about, you guys are going to be experiencing this. I'm like, really? When? That would be awesome.
You will get there. You have the mentality to get there, and this is the first time I've talked to you, and I can see it. I really can, and I don't say that to everyone.
Just go ahead and put Vegas on your calendar for convention in June.
Yes.
Go ahead and add Kona to your calendar for September of 2016, and then
yes,
Leaders Retreats to be announced right now, but just add it in October, mid-October.
Yes, and then you have to be there.
Yes.
You have no choice.
Out there, you're right. You don't want to fail.
Right.
Well, I did sign up for Super Saturday, so I'm that far along.
Yay.
That's right. That
That's
is our
exciting.
next big thing. I know. I'll be there too. Columbus, Ohio, where NIKKI's by, they actually
I
totally
know.
filled up, so they had to change the location because so many
I
people were coming.
know. I saw that today, and I was like freaked out. I was like, wow, that's awesome, because I went to they had a huge meeting when Alec came and Sonia Dudley and Helen McFadden came, and it was very, very small, and this was 2 years ago. And just to think that it's grown this much in 2 years, like we're getting sold out, like it's crazy. It's so crazy.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it really is. It's awesome.
Well, do you have any other questions, NIKKI?
No, I don't. I was like, I have to be honest, I was like kind of nervous. I was like, I hope this goes well. I'm like, I don't know what questions to ask, because I know you're a new ambassador, and you rocked it. Like, you did so good. You answered all the questions so well, beyond my expectations of someone so new. So I'm super excited that you're on the call tonight.
Well, thank you.
I'm pretty sure that I told you, NIKKI, that she was a rock star. She's pretty
Yes.
amazing. So.
Yes.
That's why I love being on your team.
I don't know. I just knew that you had something to offer people, and that people could learn from you and how you work your business. And I personally am just so excited that you decided that you would be on tonight and be willing to share your heart and be transparent, and just, kind of help other people that are silver ambassadors get on with their journey and encourage them to do the same. So
Yes, so true. And I feel like it takes a lot for somebody. It brings out the leadership in you for being on this call and saying yes, because and everybody on your team, if they watch this call, they're going to look at you as a leader, and that's what we really, really want. So I'm excited for you.
Well, thank you for the invite because everything inside of me wanted to say no, but I could
Well,
not.
you did it though, and that's awesome.
Well, thank you.
Well, I am thankful that you did not.
You guys
Well,
are great.
I guess you guys have a good night, and thank you so much again for joining us.
Thank you, Kara. Thank you, Nikki. I can't wait to meet you, Nikki.
Thank you. You too. And thank you so much. Everybody stay tuned to keep coming to our Pink Power Live calls. Next one will be Sonia Dudley, so we're super excited about that. We'll post all the stuff and information about it. But that's all I have to say. Everybody have a good night.
Bye.
Bye, guys.